Why, yes. Yes, there is a chance.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what you say. Hard work, work, work. Earn my pay. Hard work, work. Hard work, do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of quarter to three. Hard work, work. Let me go and earn my pay. Hard work, work. Boots on and lace.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? You tuned to the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk for as long as it's there at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Big Sarge Media, and make sure you're following me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because you know we do everything for the gram. What I miss, Woogie? What I miss? Why he needs to be canceled? Tell me what he did. When I see him today, I'm gonna talk to him when I get down to the that looks terrible. Make sure you subscribe to the Locked On Texans podcast, and make sure you subscribe to the Locked On Texans Polo the Don. Hey, John say Polo stands for podcasters only live once. Make sure you subscribe to the Locked On Texans YouTube page. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm anal like this. Y'all got to give me a second. Let me fix this. When I hear music, it makes me dance. You got the music. Now here's your chance. Hey, let me tell y'all something. This is how much I love y'all. This is how much I love y'all. Because I got to go get a haircut. You can see by my face, I need a haircut. Right? But this is how much I love y'all, because I want to make sure that I came on here and talk with y'all. Maybe I could do it this way. Let me see something if I do it. Oh, hold up. Where are you from? Hey, I'm finna go dumb. Sorry. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What I miss, Swiggy? No positivity when he's talking about the Texans. He even took the charges over us. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the trick that plays, or that they play with the algorithm. We'll talk about that. But look, y'all give me 1 second. It's 8:15. I got 15 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm gonna give y'all 15 minutes and 10 seconds, and I got to get up out of here because I got to talk about this. All right, real quickly. So I did a crossover edition of the Locked On Texans podcast, and I was talking to the guy from the Locked On Chiefs, Chris Clark. He's a great guy, by the way. Y'all need to go check out that episode on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast from. And while I was doing the research for the podcast, I went back and I said, wait a minute now. I know that the Chiefs won, and you all know that I don't take nothing away from the Chiefs. They are a dynasty. Hands down, they are a dynasty. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would not sit here and talk down on the Chiefs, especially after what they've done. I'm a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. I like D-Hop that's over there. Y'all know Justin Reed is my guy. When he was with the Texans, he's one of the people that I talk to all the time. And so I would never talk down on the Chiefs and what they can do and what they have done in the past to get to where they are right now. But what happened is, a lot of people remember the Tank Dell injury. A lot of people remember the Tank Dell injury from that game, and then the Chiefs winning that game 27-19, if I'm not mistaken. But when you really go back and you take a look, even after the Tank Dell injury, for as emotional as the team was, they were still in the game. And so what I said on the podcast yesterday was, like, if you take the emotional aspect out of it and add a little bit more context to the fact that the Texans are going in healthy, As far as the defensive line is concerned, they're going in healthy by playing Miles Bryant at the nickel corner position, and Kamari Lassiter doesn't have to go in and out of playing outside and inside, and they got a chance. That's why this is titled Texans Do Have a Chance. I'm gonna show y'all something because y'all know I love to break stuff down with y'all for some of the things that I see as well. All right. Where is this? Hold on. That's too far down. We're gonna go. Where are we at? Quarter 3. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. Y'all give me a chance. Okay. So 2nd and 7. I got that written down. 2nd and 7 in the third quarter. Tank Dell catches the touchdown. He gets injured. This is what happened. A lot of people don't remember. This is what happened on the next series for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is 4th and 1. And Kansas City decides to go for it. Hold on, give me a second. Kansas City decides to go for it, and watch what happens. They get stopped. Let's look at it from a different way. 4th and 1. Mario Edwards. Boom. Look at it from another angle. Mario Edwards. This is with no Foley Fatukasi. This is without that's without Foley Fatukasi. That was without Aziz, who was still serving his suspension. And so when I look at that, I say to myself, okay, because I'm like, wait a minute, what actually happened? So this is what happened. The series of plays between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Mind you now, the touchdown that Tank caught made the score 17-16. No injuries, no delays. I'm confident in saying that kicker Kaimi Fairbairn would have made the extra point. The game would have been tied 17-17. But after that, Texas, no excuse. Emotional game, watching Tank go down. I get it. That was an emotional time. I was there. I could just tell the mood, even the mood in the locker room after the game, you could just tell. But the Texans, despite everything that they hadn't done as far as offensively to really get things going, was still in the game. After the Tank injury, Kansas City got stopped on 4th and 1. The Texans went 3 and out. Kansas City scored a touchdown. The Texans scored a field goal, and then Kansas City scored a field goal, and then the Texans went 3 and out. After, and so the Texans were still in that game. Let me pull something up right quick, y'all. Y'all give me a second. The Texans were still in that game. Let me go to my game tracker here. Let me go. Give me 1 second. How much time I got left? Okay. I got a little bit of time left to talk to y'all. Let's go here. I had to come on here and talk to y'all about this because, all this, this is just a final practice for the Kansas City Chiefs before they blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't see it that way. And it could happen. The Texans could go in there and get blew out. That could happen. Things can happen. I'm not saying they have not played the game. I'm strictly basing it off of what I've seen with my own eyes the last game they played. So I'm going to pull something up right here. Right? I'm going to pull something up. Where is it at? Share the screen. Share the screen, dog. Share the screen, dog. Share the screen. Look at this. You see right here? You see in the second half? This is the second half. The Chiefs outscored the Texans 10-9. And they scored these 10 points after the Tank Dell injury. Remember now, the score was 17-10. The score was 17-10 at the half. When the Texans get this touchdown, Tank Dell gets hurt. Just say that they get the extra point. Now it's 17-17. They only outscored the Texans in the second half by 1 point. One point. So I can't look at this game. Hey, Lexus, what up, Tay? I can't look at this game and say that the Chiefs are just going to blow the Texans out, or I can't just look at this game like, Nick Wright and says this is just another practice before they head to the before the Chiefs head to the Kansas City Chiefs head to the AFC Championship game. I can't say that. Fix my clothes. I can't. I'm not willing to go on record by saying that, especially after what I saw in the last game. They only outscored them 10-9. And if you look at the touchdown play, y'all want to look at the touchdown play? We've looked at it before. But we'll look at it again just to refresh your memory. We'll look at it again. All right. Real quickly, let me share the screen again. We've talked about this before. We've talked about, here you have, this is Kamari Lassiter. And I said this on the Locked On Texans crossover edition with the Locked On Chiefs with Chris Clark. This is Kamari Lassiter playing the inside. Kamari Lassiter is not used to playing the slot corner position in the NFL. Has he played it in high school? Yes. Did he play it in college sometimes? Yes. Can he play the inside? Yes. But he was thrown into this position because Jimmy Ward, who was filling in at that position for Jalen Petrie, Jimmy Ward got injured. We know coming into this game, Jalen Petrie was already out for the season. So you have Kamari right here. And Kamari is a really good defensive back, but you're putting him into a position that he hasn't played before. I mean, he hasn't played a lot in the NFL. So now you want him to get acclimated. Now watch. And we talked about this before, but I'm going to show you again. That's Xavier Worthy. Kamari is already beat, but you can tell he's not used to being here. He's used to being here. This isn't an excuse for Kamari. This is just being unfamiliar with this position, or being thrown into this position. Kamari is a really good defensive back. I can see all pro in his future. But he's already a beat. He's beat by alignment, because look at the separation between him and Worthy. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Let me see. Can I see who's up top? Jeff Okudah. That's who that is. So you got Jeff Okudah playing the outside. He's responsible for this man right here, because it looks like, is this a man zone variation? I don't know. I have to take a look at it. I have to break this play down a little bit more. But look, you cannot give this quarterback in Patrick Mahomes this look. Kamari, he hasn't even gotten pretty much out of his stance yet. And all of this field to work with for Xavier Worthy. Patrick Mahomes is, he's going to make that play. Look at that. He's going to make that play. Field of depth is what killed Kamari on this play. Kamari gets out a little bit more, or if Kamari follows Worthy here and lets Henry Toa play right here, it's totally different. It's totally different if he says, I'm going to stick with this guy and I'm going to bring. Now, this is where Jimmy Ward would have went with this guy. This is where Jalen Petrie would have went with this guy. This is where Miles Bryant would have went with this guy. But you look and you see, you're trailing now. You cannot do that with Patrick Mahomes. He has the amount of time that he needs. He knew that he was going. He knew where he was going right off the rip. Watch, he knew. Let's just look at it from a different angle. Watch, he doesn't even go anywhere. Let's look at it from this way. Watch the way Patrick Mahomes' head turns. He knows exactly where he's going with the ball because he's already seen what he wanted to see. Put this man in motion. I know exactly where I want to go with the ball. Watch. As soon as he hasn't really received the snap yet, and he's already looking over towards Xavier Worthy. He doesn't look anywhere else. He doesn't try to, he's not looking anywhere else but right here. And rightfully so. Because that's just a good play. That is a very good play. And I don't think that if you have Petrie, Ward, or even Miles Bryant this weekend, that that's going to happen. Oh, man. Got 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. And Macy's Apollo Outlet. Hate to see you coming. Hey, man, I just like the brand. That's all. So, like I said, I don't think that the Texans are going to go in. I don't believe that they're going to go into Kansas City and get blew out. I honestly believe that they can go and get the upset. I do. I honestly and truly believe that they can go in there and they can get the upset. I have them winning 27-24. And because at some point, this is just what I told Chris on the podcast on Wednesday, excuse me. Same thing I told Chris. We watched the San Francisco 49ers dynasty. It ended. We watched the Dallas Cowboys dynasty. It ended. We watched the New England Patriots dynasty. It ended. At some point, Kansas City's dynasty is going to have to end. At some point, it's going to end. At some point, they're going to hit rock bottom. Now, I don't know when that is, but it could be this year because for the amount of close games that they have played in, they have that experience. They have that playoff experience. They don't get tight. They don't get rattled. But if the Houston Texans can play the type of defense that they played against the Chargers, play that relentless, that swarm defense, and cause Patrick Mahomes to have at least 2 turnovers, it could happen. All right, y'all. Let me see. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning. I see y'all. Good morning. I seen that episode. You stood on business, giving your prediction and giving us that W. Yes, sir. Horsepower, all this polo I got on. Big Ruthie said you ain't giving me on 15 minutes. I got the room for a half hour. Larry, I gotta go to the barber shop, man. At the Sony at the Mustang Inn. We'll talk about that later. The only chance they have is if they blow out the Chiefs because in a close game you're battling the methodical team and the shady refs. Hey, yeah, hey, Larry, you are hilarious. D-line has depth. Yep, you got popped out of the guard as well. Yep. Time to go. Good morning. Y'all know how I gotta talk to y'all. Hello. All the single men, how do you sleep with y'all? The defense is going to adjust much better with Aziz on the field this time. Yep. Appreciate it. Exactly. So, like I said, I just want to jump on here real quick and because like that has been, look, I've had this written down since yesterday. That has been like just on my mind. I'm like, yo, and then you can see where is it at the bottom? At the bottom, he asked me my 3 keys. You see what I got? Swarm mentality, CJ coming out party, O-line play, Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz. They're gonna have their hands full with Nico. I'm just letting you know. Man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. Let me tell you something. I know I got to get up out here. Y'all got me through yesterday. It was really hard having to talk to the oldest daughter and hear her talk about losing her grandmother, man. And so I had to be a parent again. But y'all got me through yesterday, allowing me to come on and talk with y'all, talk some sports, talk some single men with pet cats. Y'all got me through some accountability with Deontay Johnson. Oh, we ain't finished with that Deontay Johnson because I love y'all. And I got some more Deontay Johnson stuff that I need to tell y'all. Like, I got to tell y'all. Like, I wasn't going to tell you, And I was gonna keep this to myself, but no, I got to tell y'all. I've got to tell y'all. McDuffie a great player, but they sleep thinking that he's clamping Nico all game. I think Nico is just gonna let me put that up real quick. I think Nico is just going to body him, and that's going to be the difference. All right, y'all. Y'all know I gotta go get chopped up. I leave tomorrow for Kansas City. So tomorrow. Sarge, what day is somebody watching this podcast? If somebody watches this podcast on Sunday, watches this stream on Sunday, and they gonna say, what you going to Kansas City on Monday for? Get it together, my guy. It's 2025. I leave for Kansas City on Friday. So I got to go get chopped and faded. Somebody send me, hey, can somebody send me where the traveling Texans are going to be on Friday so I can pop up? Sometimes you got to pop up and show. That's my song. All right, y'all. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk. Oh, put that traveling Texas stuff. DM me on Twitter. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk for as long as it's there at Big Sarge Media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Big Sarge Media. Follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Because we do everything for the gram. That ain't going nowhere. And make sure you subscribe to the Locked On Texans podcast and to the Locked On Texans YouTube page. Big Sarge, I'm out.
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work. Hard work. That's what you say.